So there you go. And we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Raz from Decentral, and today we will work on. Oh wait, where's my camera? That one. Yeah. Today we will work on some S17 Plus, like very pretty hard one that we sometimes put on the side for quite a while because these are really not a priority, and you will see pretty soon why. So I got, I think, five of them for now. We got some others too, but there we go. So this is one. This is one that probably somebody has already worked on it. Maybe another technician, even maybe from another center, or maybe I've also already worked on some of them this week, and I thought actually while putting way too much time on them that it might be a good opportunity for learning purposes. Because, well, instead of only losing your time on a board, sometimes you can say to yourself, well, it's not really time wasted if you're learning something from it. So I'm doing this for personally. I'm doing dashboard repair for like about a year, maybe a little bit more, but I'm still learning from them. So here's another one here. And another one, same thing. So those boards are all delaminated, so no heat sinks can be put back on those. Those would be a good candidate for what we call upgrades. So instead of putting all the heat sinks on them, we will put. Do I have an example here? I'm pretty sure if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But just to show you, that one. So that would be a good upgrade candidate. So like before, after. Yeah. But you know, some of them are really too much work. By example, that one. So that one, what happened? Somebody else, maybe just like a customer at home or maybe even a repair shop, instead of trying to repair those the good way, they put what we call thermal glue. So thermal glue is most of the time used on smaller models like Antminer S9 and L3 Plus. Look, if I'm doing here, just if you can see maybe. Whoop. I still need to get used to it. There you go, a little bit better. So I don't know if you see, but it's like all black, like blackish substance. This is what we call thermal glue. And what's happening is that it's sticking so much that once the heatsink is leaving the chip, it's literally breaking it. So now that board is it's too much work to repair, and also if you see here, it's completely burned also because what's happening is that thermal glue on is great for S9 and L3 Plus. These are intended for that from the manufacturer. Those board S17 Plus and all the 17 Gen and going higher and higher, they have so much heat that that particular thermal glue isn't enough, and this is what's happening. Some other people or repair shop try to put silicone instead. This is and even both of them. So thermal glue here and silicone right here. And what's happening is that it's even worse actually because the silicone is gonna isolate the heat, and it's gonna heat way more, and it's not gonna stick very well. So that repair, somebody here tried to put thermal paste with silicone. It's like, yep, it's like stupid. I don't know if you heard my colleague behind me, but it's the worst that we can see. So that one was mainly for to show you, just like to show purposes, because I will not work on that one, because just taking those heat sink out can take up to an hour or sometimes even more, because you need to take all that out, and there's nothing that can take out silicone. Even if you're putting it in the oven, if you're putting it in ultrasound cleaner, it's not going to do anything. And if you're heating too much, most of the time, if you even able to take it out, to take the silicone out, those small parts, so the all the resistance, oh, that one is better. So yes, so all those small resistance and capacitor will go away with the silicone, and it's, trust me, it's really a mess. So this is what sometimes it looks like. We have them because, yeah, we might take a look at them just to see how much work it will take, but usually we try to repair them by the hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, not even 2 hours. It's too much time, 2 hours. But you know, one of my problem is that I don't have any. I don't see the time going by. I can go 4, 5 hours on the same board, and I'm still working on it because I really want to repair it. I like doing that. So this is why I will try to, if not repair one, at least trying to bring it back to life. But I don't intend to stay here for like 5 hours, maybe an hour, 2 hours, just mainly to see what it will be possible to do and showing you how to diagnose those. So first thing is to take a physical look if any part are missing, and also testing as usual. So I might try to do a test. So you see that one by example. Okay, so you see that one by example. It's been a repair from quite some time. So a boost circuit has been manually added, because that one physically, the boost circuit chip is completely off. It's completely burned out. Yeah, so that is one that we can try to work on. But here's another one. That one I've been working on that one yesterday, and I thought that would be a good idea to show you. So that one I've worked a little bit on the booster, the boost circuit, because there was a problem. My problem was that most of the time, not most of the time, a good S17 hashboard, when it's working well, the booster is connected to the 3 last domain, not 1, not 2, the 3 last domain. And how do you know that? Well, by Antminer training, of course, if you're doing Antminer training with them. But there's many maintenance guide online that can show you that. But even there, even the official Antminer guide are not showing the good answers. Many times we ourselves need to correct them and make our own research about those. By example, if I am taking my multimeter, I will go to continuity. I'll just take a look. There you go. If you were taking a look at continuity, what I want to see what the booster is linked to. So by example, one of my coworker gave me this board to test because I want to compare with at least a good one. So if I am, most of the time, what I am doing, I am connecting one of the probe on the output of the boost circuit, and that happens to be the capacitor C58. C58 right here. So to take a look at the continuity, I will take my negative probe right here, and I will go on the other side at the LDO. So if I'm taking a look exactly like that, and I try to apply a little bit of pressure, and then I will take a look at that big LDO here for the last domain. So it's definitely linked. If I'm looking at the second one, so I am always using the one in the middle because this is the entry. This is the LDO entry of the LDO 1.8. So this is the 1.8 here, 0.8 here that is connected. Those two are connected, but I will just look for the 1.8. Second one, let me focus. There you go. So, second one, you get the idea. Third one, if I'm looking at the fourth one, oh, I may be too far away. So this is the fourth one, and it's not ringing, no sound, nothing. If I'm going back to third one, it's connecting. Now I can go fifth, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it's not connected. So this is what a good S17 hashboard from the booster perspective, that's a good continuity test. But if what's happening with those other boards is that when I was doing the same thing, by example, if I'm taking that one, I don't remember if I corrected the problem on this one. Let's just take a look. So I'm going to do the same thing, so it's not necessary to zoom out, I think. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So same thing, the 3 last domain are connected, so that problem for that one is now good. It wasn't before. If I'm doing that one now, same thing, output of the capacitor C58. Okay, now last domain, the one before. Yeah, sometimes it's not the ideal. Okay, third one. Am I doing it? Let's see. Yep. Huh. You see, that one is good now. Seems to ring or not. Let me just be 100% sure. Okay, that one. So that one doesn't have the problem. Okay, let's take a look at the other one. That one with the little booster. Same thing, taking C58 output. Doesn't matter if the capacitor isn't there anymore. Last one, second one, third one. There you go. This is the problem. So now that board is completely shorted. Any LDO that I'm going is connected, and it's really not supposed to do that. A faster way that you could test it instead of doing them one by one, if you want to know if your hashboard is completely shorted, that one you are 100% sure that your board is completely messed up. But the way that I've discovered it was here with those two small parts right here, Q7 and Q8. If I'm testing again, just to show you, still connecting with the same place. So Q7, you see, and you hear. It's not supposed to do that at all. If I am taking back the good board, if I'm doing the same thing, nothing ringing. So this is a faster way for me to diagnose and see if one board is shorted or not. After that, because I thought it was maybe one part or just maybe one diode or one small transistor, just maybe one piece that was shorting everything, but it seems not, because I changed everything. I changed everything on them that was linked to that at least. You see, you can try if you want, but I didn't found any good way yet. That one I changed that one too. So you want you to change that one too. All relied to the booster. I changed pretty much everything here. Same thing. I changed obviously Q7, Q8. I changed all those LDO from the last domain. I even changed the fourth one, the fifth one after that. Same thing. I also changed all those little here, D4, Q4, that one. Even that small diode that is sometimes creating some problem, D2. Change everything, nothing. So what I've seen is that all the domain, almost all the domain had a problem, and that might cause the big short. So how do you test that? What am I doing most of the time? Now we will go directly on this side. If I'm going here, if I'm doing here, and I want to, what I will do, I will test the resistance. Always with the LDO 1.8. I'm taking my ground on the heatsink right before, and I will take the output. So the output would be that one with the small circle here. So always up left. And then what I will do, oh, you see that one doesn't show. There we go. Because there's some acrylic layer on them, it's a little bit harder if I'm trying before that. Well, let's try the other one because maybe I don't remember. I got a little of a I'm repairing so much of them that sometimes I forgot how to test them the good way. Ah, okay, so it's a LDO 0.8 and not 1.8. So you're taking that little side right here. So grounding. And your measurement should be most of the time around 0.8, 0.9. So let's say 1 kilo ohm. So this is a good value. of this is the addition resistance of all the domain. So if my value is wrong, if my value is not that one, that might indicate that you got a problem on that domain. For example, this one. If I'm taking a look, yeah, one of them is a little bit messed up here, so that might, whoop, you see, that might be the problem, or maybe not, but it's an indication that you got something wrong with your domain. If your value isn't around 0.9 kilo ohm. Again here, 0.888. Most of the time it's the good one. Now, if I'm going back to one of the board that I worked on, yeah, let's try this one. I'm going here and I'm doing the same thing. I have a complete different value. If I'm looking at this one, same thing. I'm going here. See that one too high? Oh my God. So you see 4 out of 13. Nope. All of those, there's something going on. Oh. Yep. It's completely messed up. So already you see that one. You see that one already got a capacitor missing. What if I'm looking at the other one? Ah, that one seems fine. A little bit better. Huh. But it's not, it's always a good thing. Ah, you see that one is a little bit too high. It's always a good thing to take a physical look to the dashboard that you need to repair before trying to do anything, or even trying to diagnose it with the tester, by example, ARC tester or a Pico BT tester, anything. If you're here since the beginning, I didn't even touch yet the ARC tester, because if you got too much short, by example, if all the domains are linked to the booster, your booster is gonna explode. So your diode are gonna burn, your booster is just gonna burn in. That one seems great too. Okay, that one seems a little bit better. If I'm going up to the end, I'm going here. So you see that domain, I got some issues still. That one, it's a little bit high, but that would be workable. And that one, there's nothing. So by example, if I'm taking a look, just here. Oh yeah, found some here. There's one here missing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we could start with that, and then going one domain after the other. So with the what we can call dichotomy method. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's get to it. I just need to, yeah. All right. Good thing that we have many scavenging board, so I can take all those small resistance and capacitance here. Most of the time when I want to work on those small resistance and capacitance, uh, I want heat, but not too much air. So I'm going at maximum 480 and about 25%. And most of the time I will go here, here. Maybe I can zoom out for you. Bonne soirée. I'm still doing it. Hi, bye. That was Sophie, our receptionist. She's leaving right now, but we are not. We're just getting started. Okay, that one. So a little bit of flux on all those. Even those, yeah, those two. I will need to clean a little bit. What I could use, because most of the time I got a little scope to zoom in. But yeah, it's a little bit better for the eyes, but it's not that bad right now. So we'll start with cleaning those small pads. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That pad is completely gone. Yep. So there's no copper anymore here. That one would be much harder. Okay, already. Yep. Okay, cleaning is not fine, but oh, another one here. That one and that one. Nice and shiny. Nice. That one, beautiful. So there's this domain. That one that will be a little bit more work. So let me see. Oh, you know, even the other ones. I didn't even saw that one. So here, that one too. So, because I know that it's going to be already much work on that board, I will just mark here because I know that it will need some rework, but I will concentrate myself of what I can do the fastest possible. So I want to stabilize all the domains just to see if I got life out of it. It's around 6 p.m. here and the sun is right upon us. Okay, now let's take some capacitance. It's okay, it's okay. So here, let's take. Most of the time I will try to take the same part from the same place of another board, just in case. You could check the value of those resistance and capacitance that you need if you want to scavenge them from another hashboard. But you know, if you already got them in hand, why not use them? Yes. Needs to sit well. One. Good. So one thing that you need to work on those boards, especially those harder ones, is patience. You need a lot of it because otherwise, if you're skipping a step or want to go faster, you have higher risk to do more harm and even more jobs. There you go. You also need to have a steady hands. I'm shaking, from what I'm seeing on the camera, I'm shaking a little bit, but just because of, too much caffeine. Speaking of it, there you go. Okay, what's this? Those ones. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a little bit hot. Another one right here. Cleaning first. So I'm still on for 480 degrees and 25% of air. Nice and shine. And I'm using SMD Rework Station ST862D from Atom. Very good one. I don't know if they are yet available on our shop, but if not, they will be soon. We got more and more stuff every day where you can always make custom quotes. If you need something, we might not have it on the website, but we might have it in place. We got so many stuff. We still need to do a good and proper inventory. Still working on that, but with those kind of boards in hand that we try to repair, we don't have only have all the same hours in the day. Okay. Seems a little bit better. Maybe I didn't, because there's so many of them, maybe you can skip one or two. But so far so good. Okay. Now, what I will do, I will let it cool down a little bit, and I will try to plug it on the arc tester. But meanwhile, let's take that. Let's take this. Oh, hey George, how's it going? You must buy a stereoscope. Yeah, my friend, with camera it will help you a lot to see lines clearly. Indeed, we're still looking for one. We're hesitating between a binocular one or one with a numeric screen. But personally, I am more of a analog guy, so I'm still using those physical lenses. For example, one of those. I don't know if I can show you. I just, by example, here. So it's like an LED with a fan, but we got some with an LED and a scope. It's a little bit better, but we also got. Actually, I will go grab them. Hmm? Where are they? Okay. Well, I didn't find them. Somebody took them. But yeah, you're right. Having a real microscope might help. But for now, we'll take my um, telescope light. Let me just grab it from my desk. Okay, so there you go. Well, sorry it took so long. Well, that thing. Yep. So somebody stole my lenses that I'm using at my desk. Don't know who, but I will find it. I will find you. Well, I just want to have a clearer view of what I'm doing. But those are pretty useful actually for like, I think 30 bucks. So if I'm doing like this, yeah. Now we're talking about. Hmm. Where could I put it? Well, I will know next time. I will prepare it a little bit better. Our tester. USB plug-in, we're all set. Je la ramène, je la ramène. Phew, round two. USB plug, that one. Okay. Let there be light. Perfect. Well, good news is my hashboard has now time to cool off. So we can try it right now. Yeah. So let's see. Seems, yeah, maybe just this one. But maybe before that, let's test again all the domains with the LDO to see if I still have the same resistance of about 0.888. Yep. Mm-hmm. That one is a little bit high. So what's happening here? Let's still try it. Yes. Yes. Oh, sorry. I will show you what I'm doing at the same time. Well, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Still good. Ah, that one. Okay, that one. What's happening? This. Now here, what I could do, I could still check the continuity between the chips. So if I can, I will mark it. But you know, marker. No, I remember it's that one. So here, here. If I am testing the continuity with the LDO, I'm going here. Nice, nice. Nice. And if I'm trying between the 1.8 and the 0.8, no short, no short. Okay, seems fine. Now, what I can check for that domain, because it might be a chip problem, I will test the diode mode. So I will look at the diode values of the chips. Most of the time, I'm looking for something around 1.2, 1.1, 1.2. We can say 11 or 12 when you're doing them many times. So if I'm doing two diode values, so remember that if you want to measure voltage on your chips when the power is on, when the arc tester is testing, you're taking your negative probe and then the positive probe on the testing point that you want to take a look. But if you want to see about diode, it's going to be the other way around. So if my signal is going like this, and I want to look, for example, the clock. You see? 12. Well, I don't know if you see correctly with... yeah, that might help. For example, if I'm looking at that one, that's a good value, 1.1. But if I'm looking at that one, it's 0.091. If I'm looking at the other one after that, it's 13. If I'm looking to the first one, 12. Sometimes when it's not showing up, it's because the chip is completely delaminated. So maybe even there, it will need a change. But first thing, I could start with that one. Other values are great. Yes, that one is within the values. Actually, you know what? No. Yeah, reset. Reset is around 46 and that one 500. 12, and then not that much. What I could also test on that specific chip here. That one here. I could try to take a look for the actual resistance 0.1 and then 0.9, 0.09. If I'm looking at the resistance of it, it's supposed to be around 0.3, no, 37. It seems within values. If I'm taking a look at another, yeah, 33. Yeah, makes sense. So that one is great. Here, do I have a good chip? Okay, now let's take out the chip. All my heat sinks are already out, so that's a good first step to do when you want to take out chips. And then I will take that one out. So now I am working with 450 degrees and 30% of air. But you could go higher if you just want to take it off. Let me see. Oh yeah, that one. So you always want your surface to be nice and flat, like this. It's like painting a little bit. So you need to paint it in the center so it's nice. There you go. Let it cool down a little bit. Meanwhile, I am checking for a chip. There you go. All right, one chip. Flux again. And I like to use this little tool just to apply a little tension and playing with it a little bit so it's not moving. Seems good. And now we wait. Meanwhile, let's put it aside. We will check its diode values after. Let's take a look at that one. Hey Alex, how's it going? So those, if we are doing the same thing, continuity and going one at a time. No, no continuity, the resistance, I mean. You see, the values is giving to me is not really a great one. Might be because of the contact with the acrylic. Or maybe not. The other one too. Okay. I see already one missing. One missing right here on the first chip. Doesn't start very well. Last one too. Yeah. So this is for the first domain. Let's start with that. Seems clean already, so I could, oh, maybe not. Maybe that one. I'll go back to maximum power and 25%. So you see if I am taking it on the side. Oh, that's great. Now I see clearly. Okay. What if you say, Ken, I just saw you, Burning Whisper. Hi. Just want to put those capacitors. Whoop, forgot to apply flux, I think, on that one. There you go. Whew, good. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same guy. Does he under the hood? Yes, that's me. That's my hen. Indeed. I had to do a lot of different boards on the other stream. Thanks for the content. It's helping a lot. Much obliged. Thank you. Thank you. You. Thank you. You. Okay. I will not do it if I didn't have fun doing it. You know. Mm, doesn't seem. Yeah, seems great. Okay. Let's try again. No, let's not try it right now. Let's try that one. Is it better? If I am taking a look to the diode values, sorry. Well, okay. Okay. So again, 1 1 1 1. It's better, but still an issue. So that might indicate that something else is going on. Might be the resistance, might be the chip before, might be the chip after. If Because you see on that side, on the other side it's 12. But on that side is 0.2. Let's take a look at the other values. The only one that seems, that one seems problematic too. That one is too high. That one is high, but still. That one is too high. And again, if I'm going to the other side, that's better, but it seems to have a lot of resistance. What's happening with that one? Is it my chip? Is it something else under the hood? It doesn't seems like. Well, let's take that one off again, but also I will change the small resistance. Maybe if you want to take a look at what I'm doing at the same time. That one. There you go. Yeah, maybe a microscope might be good next time. Nice. Do I have maybe another chip that looks better? I think I got one. Well, even better. I got new one. So I will tin that chip. with soldering iron with a good tip. Most of the time, many people are using those ones, but for the chips, you see, it's a little bit too big. So we'll take a smaller one. Yep, there you go. Let's see what we got around. This one. That is a little bit better for chip work. From my perspective, always. If you got a bit of experience in those, you really need practice and find the best thing that suits you. I'll go at 381 degrees. And I will use quick 6337 no clean T4. T4 being the flux. Better now. And what I like to do, I just like to have a little squish. Nice and clean. There you go. One. Sometimes when one of those is not sticking well enough, you just clean and try again. Well, there you go. Okay. And then the center. So, you could use stencils. Stencils, I am using them quite often actually, but sometimes when I want to go a little bit faster and I'm more used to it, this is what I am doing some of the time. Okay, I got now a nice new chip. Oh, that's a good angle. Or maybe not. Sorry about that. I'm always touching the microscope. Mm, okay, you know what? Let's try the other side, like that. So this is why I want to play with it a little bit. It needs to be flat. Doing better. So now there's this little bubble, little blob. That was the excess of thin under. Again, a little bit. On the other side now. So you say I didn't put that much, but even there, it was too much. Nope, so you see that one, I find it a little bit too much sideways. So we'll work again. And also there's this blob on this side that I saw afterwards. Here's why many technicians don't like to work with new chips. They're a little bit more picky to work with. And also on a board like that, a new chip is completely useless, honestly. It's why am I using a new chip? It's for testing again the same testing point that I had the value of 0.2 instead of 1.2. So I changed the chip and the resistance. And if the problem is still going, that might be another chip. So that might be the chip after because it's between those two. So yeah, let's take a look. Yo, what's up? Right to repair, man. Yes, I am for the right to repair. If we can repair our own stuff, even better. Like it doesn't push it down. Nice. Uh, Funny internet people. How are you? I hope you're all doing well, and at least you are learning a little bit, or if somewhat entertaining at least. All right, that one will go on the fan. And here, the one that I had problem with the first domain. If I'm going back under the hood, measuring complete resistance, nothing changed. That's sad. Maybe the LDOs are bad too, or I could try to plug it. No, I cannot because I do not have my booster circuit. It's most of the time visual inspection. Okay, what we could do, we could use, we could actually try to plug a booster and take a look. If I am looking at the others, that one too. Very bizarre, very bizarre. 3, 4. Man, this board is messed up. Let's take a look with the continuity. So yeah, there's many way to see if a board is completely fucked up. But that one is definitely is. Might be the chip, might be the LDOs. So if I am testing by example, so you see that first one isn't connecting. So that might be the chip, because oh, let's try it again. Yep, that might be the chip. After it's good. Great. Problem here too. And problem here too. Well, let's take a look at here. That side is good. Okay, at least the two LDO are not completely shorted. Here we got a problem too. Oh man, those boards. You see that one? Physically doesn't look. So there's that too. There's some capacitors missing. And the other one, look at that. That one. It's awful. Might be the capacitor too. So let's try to change that, but also let's change that chip too. And even here, there's a little soldering blob. Let's take a look at the other board. Yep, some blob here too. I just want to see if The problem is now better. 11. Still the same thing, so let's change that one. Yep. Right. Nemesis, I am starting to do this exact work in the USA with my facility. I'm starting, my dude. Yeah, man, you guys are great knowledge source for me. Thank you, much appreciated. If you got any question, we also have a Discord channel. I am personally answering as much as I can when I got time. Many other technicians too. So yeah, if you got a question, come take a look. Maybe you can have some resources. Also, we got our own website that you got some maintenance guides on them, like the basic maintenance guide, but don't take them as like the Holy Bible because these are these are the Antminer maintenance guide, and sometimes they got error or sometimes they got like a typo, like the translation sometimes is 100%. And even better than that, we are actually giving hashboard repair lessons. So I am giving lessons on T17, like all 17 hashboards, 19 series too. Yeah, but we are still learning every day. But as a good start, Discord channel or even some support or teaching lessons might be good too. And it's always a pleasure to meet new people that are doing the same thing and are struggling as much as us. Like for example, those ones. So those ones we are not working on them as much because for obvious reasons. So I will not repeat myself because those ones are really a pain. But hey, it's part of the job. That's how you learn. And also, by the way, in the USA, we actually have a new center in Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas. It's I think you can see the little logo in the live video. So we got Decentral and our partner Monbank that we are working with them too. So yeah, you can if you got too much difficulty, those guys can be a good source too. Because here, Decentral, where I'm working right now, we are nearby Montreal in Canada, Quebec. French Canadian, so this is why I have the accent, and sometimes I am searching my words because working, translating in my head, and explaining to you, sometimes it's not always, the transmission isn't always, the return signal isn't always the same in the brain. So, you need a boost sometimes. Speaking of booster, not that one, but the other board needs one. I could also maybe show you how to do one. Uh, okay, yeah, that one is good. Let's take another chip. Let's take another chip on that one, and meanwhile it will cool down. I will put another a new boost circuit on the other hashboard that is missing one, and then we will plug it just to see what are the real voltage signal. Even if it's zero ASIC, maybe I can check the return signal and all the other testing signal if they're good. Yeah, man. So the more you know, you're here for it. That's nice. That's nice to hear. As I said, that there are other repair center. Tell me, man. Tell me, Nemesis. What are the hardest board that you're working on right now? S17 Plus, or maybe even T17? Are you working on a S19 series? Because it might give me ideas of maybe another live. So maybe something that you're struggling on, and that we have the same problem here, and we might maybe work together on it on another live session. What do you say? This is great. You see that one? How easier it's welding. Not really easier, but those little threads, there's no bumps. It's much cleaner than the new chip that I installed. So this is why most of the technician likes to work with them. Thing is, those chips we don't know for sure, 100% sure that they're working. Even the new ones. Maybe the new ones are a bad batch, uh, um, how can I say, reballing them. So balling them as I did earlier. It's not like 100%. The job that I did was okay. I mean, it was fast, but it wasn't. I could use maybe next time a stencil to show you properly, because that one it's what it was going to that side. So it's not it's not like one of the best. And even the more I'm looking at it, the more that I want to work on it again. It seems a little bit sideways. So you see, the more you, even when you're doing them quite often, if I'm comparing the one under, and that, it's not that bad, but when you see it like in real person in front of you, you can tell, yeah, maybe that one might cause problem to me. But yeah, okay, let's cool that one, and let's go back to this one with burn booster. So why there's no booster here? It's a little bit burn. I could try to put the boost chip, but what I want to do, I want to put an external boosting circuit, because if something is going to explode again, at least it's not going to be the physical board. So most of the time what I'm doing, I am working with those ones. So you see, yes, working with these ones, because if something is going to explode, it's going to be much easier to change. Oh, the chip here. S17, S19, and what's minor? Yeah, what's minor? I didn't start yet to repair on those, but we got technicians here that are working on them. Or the one I'm working with. Yeah, S17. From what we found, if you are following us from time to time, our boss Jonathan is working on them and is doing very well with them. Also, our tester seems really reliable to show the good issue with those boards. So when you're plugging it, it seems to be a little bit easier to diagnose them. into repair, and I think he's doing like 2 an hour. Another technician that is doing them also is really great on S17. So maybe not maybe actually those the S17, not the Plus or S17E or anything like this. S17 regular one are the most the one that got the least problems. So that delamination process problem, overheat problem, even booster burning, most of the time it's the other, like T17 or S17 Plus that we're doing most often than not. So let's take a look at that one here. Is there a good source to get the ARC tester? Actually, if actually we will start soon to resell those by ourselves. So we will be we're on the way to maybe be an official reseller. We got maybe some in stock. I am not 100% sure about that, but I know that again, custom quote. Hey man, I'm looking for an ARC tester. In Canada, it's gonna be obviously much easier to get. And yeah, just ring on us on our website or on the email address. What's the email address support? It's directly on our the central website. So let's take a look here. The Here. So you could just support at the little center bar central.tech. Just ring us and we will take care of that the best as we can. Maybe also Montbank got them. About that part, I'm not sure, but I know that we will have many more soon. There's also that other kind of tester that is quite new, Micro BT, that is very promising. One of our best technician is working with Pico BT tester many times with many other kind of model other than Antminer, because one of that advantage about that one is that he got the 5 connection instead of just one, so he can work like I know silicone, Antminer, and many more. It's the only two that I got in hand, but I didn't try it yet. I just know that it looks very promising. So yeah, of course, man, anytime. Okay, booster, my favorite part. So what I'm using, we'll use that too. Hello, hello. Bonjour, bonjour. Yeah, I will stream until Jonathan is coming back because I am actually at his desk. So I'm stealing a little bit his place, and when he will come back, I will just go away. It's gonna be for another time. Let's get cutters. T-Version. Bonne soirée. No, exact. Cut, 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 cut. Ouais. Alrighty. So here. I don't remember. Oh yeah, maybe I showed you the other time that I did a live stream. I was showing a booster for L3 Plus. Same thing. It's just that that one got a potentiometer. That little, that little thing here, teeny thing, that you need to turn clockwise or counterclockwise because it can have a value between 2 volt and 28 volt. So the first thing that you're doing when you are making them, you need to configure them the highest possible for the 17 and 19 series, because if the input voltage is higher than the output voltage, that little guy is going to explode. So It's very picky, but it can save. It had actually saved many boards. So what I'm doing, I am turning it counterclockwise, not clockwise, counterclockwise for having the maximum voltage on that one, maximum being 28. And usually when I'm doing test, once it's installed on a hashboard and it's reading 28, I'm closing my test. I am turning it down clockwise until it reach the value that I want. On that case, S17 plus, the booster circuit has a value of 24.5 volt. So going from around 20 volt, you can put between 18 and 21 volt on your power supply, and then it's gonna shoot 24 volt from the boost circuit. So 20 times counterclockwise. There you go, 20 counterclockwise. Yeah. Now I'm taking this little guy. You know, you could have your fancy wire cutters and everything, but you know, just regular one might do the job. There you go. Ahmad, you leaving? Good night. Bonne soirée. Yeah, yeah, I'm live. But they know you. They already seen you. Joe is no home. She will come back a little bit later. Yeah. So bonne soirée. See you tomorrow. So you see, it's always moving here. There's many people, very talented and very great people working here. We got a pretty good team, I think. Okay, those wires are done. Let's see, it's 19 a good. So okay. Now let's clean that. Let's go. Now I will use my soldering iron, but I will go to maximum. I will go to 550 because I will not use the same soldering paste. I will use that. It's a little bit different. It's just that that one I found that is the best the best element to fusion with what is actually on the hashboard, because obviously there's no lead. There's no lead on that soldering wire and neither on the hashboard. So I will prepare my board right here. I think it's already, yeah, because I will put it here and here. But first, that one here. There you go. A little bit of flux. So I'm only using 3 of them because my voltage in will take the positive and negative from the 20 volt of the dashboard, and then the output will be on the and the same place that I took the measure before, so the positive side of the output. It's supposed to be 24 and a half. Yep. So soldering, use that. About booster, there's also a video that we did some time ago that you will see my hand again. This is why the other guy, Burning Whisper, was saying it. That I explain it. I am explaining in a beautiful video how how to configure it. Oh, again, same thing here. Those small booster board can save many boards and just save you time. And some of them are same model are available on the shop too. So you know, guys, we just want everybody to succeed as much as one can. So if you need help, don't hesitate to reach out. But if somebody is getting out of hand, yeah, we can surely repair many for you. Whoop, not enough. There you go. Yeah, nice. Whoop, maybe like that. I could actually apply soldering wire. Yeah, there you go. Good. So that one is great. Let's take a look at the other one. Here, same thing. So just make sure that there's no false soldering. So just play with it a little bit. Seems good. Seems great. And the last one. Also, be cautious because on the other side, you see here, it's live. So just be sure that you're not touching anything or any ground. Or even better, you could put actual tape on it. It's not a bad idea. There you go. Magic. Last one. I need to put. I should have. So don't do like me. Most of the time I'm doing it a little bit longer. So next time a longer wire should be good. I will take it like that. There you go. Okay, seems great. Now I will test the continuity. I don't want that one to burn right from the start. Now, ooh, yep, that one is still uh, completely shorted. So I installed the booster, but I will not plug it right now. Or maybe you want to see a little explosion. It's always funny, but maybe another time. Uh, so resistance on that one is messed up. Let's take a look at the diode values of the chips. So you see, already here I got 0.5. It's really not supposed to be that. That one is great. That one is very low. That one is still very low. That one is too high. So you see, the more that I am looking at it, I'm telling to myself, is that worth it? Even if all the resistance and capacitance, maybe maybe a reflow would be good. By example, if we are reflowing all those resistance and capacitance in like a reflowing oven, maybe that could help out. Maybe it's the chip that has burned out. Because if the booster has burned and at the same time has burned the LDO and even some chips, there's nothing really that we could do. Well, I mean, I could start with the first one, just uh, just to see if I can get a better value of it. The other one are good. That one is good. That one is okay. That one is too high. So maybe that's the chip. But also, if I am comparing to another hashboard, most of the time, let's see if I got the same resistance and capacitance. So, there you go. Everything seems here. Let's change the first one. Well, already 2 hours, you see. You can put as much time as you want, but some of those boards are not. Uh, some of them you cannot do much. Sadly, that's a sad thing. Even if you want to, I really want to bring it back to life, but it's been already, but again, 2 hours with some time wasting talking. Oh, I've lost a capacitor here, so we'll take out the other heatsink. But that's very strange because most of the time those capacitors are not leaving the board that easily, so maybe it was a weakness. Or if it's, it might not seem like a big deal, but that heatsink is a little bit too close from the other one if I am looking at the others. So maybe some work has been done on that one, not by me. Okay, let's try that. There you go. Hmm. Again, if you got any like issue, if you're repairing many of those hashboard, if you got one particular issue, reaches out or write it into one of the video that we're doing, and it might be a good idea for another video. Always good to have more inspiration. Okay, and then good. Yeah, don't break that stuff. Good. Okay. Yeah, that one. So here's a good trick. Instead of waiting for one, you can do three. I mean, you can do two or maybe sometime even three at a time. So one is cooling out, the other one you can work on it. I think it's a good way to be efficient in your work. Okay, diode already on it. Cool. So now I'm test again. 12. Ooh, 12. Zero, but don't doesn't mean that it's the chip. Might be because the chip is so delaminated that I cannot have any value. And that's sad because that seems like working. If I'm going to this one, you see that one is a little bit high. If I'm going here, it's great. Again, if I'm going here, it's high and unstable. But the chip is completely messed up too. So here, that seems a little bit better. If I'm taking a look again to my complete resistance. Oh, even better. I don't remember the value that I had before, but it seems better. Now, if I'm taking a look to all the domain, 12, too much, too delaminated, 12. So that domain would be a good candidate to try. Now, if I'm going to the next one, oh, that's getting better and better. Here, that one is a high too, but that will be workable. And last one. That one, there's something completely off. So let's try to take a look at that chip. Last chip, 65. E. No, reverse. 12, 12. Okay. 12, 12. That one. 12, 12. Might be the LDO itself. Oh, 13, too high. Too high. That's better. 261. So that one seems the worst between those five. You see 13. So that one doesn't have. Oh, here's a good trick. Last chip. No, here. Here. Last chip. There we go. Yeah, maybe a microscope would be a good thing to have. If you got a nice one to suggest, I'm all ears. If I'm looking at that one, so I got my values 12, nice. But what about that one? I could take those, but it's not the best because those are mostly proprietary from the chip 64. So what sometimes I'm doing, I'm using here. I'm taking, I'm looking at the resistance. So you see here 13, not that one, 13. That one is good. That one no value. So as I said, maybe it's the LDO itself, maybe not. So what I could do, because I'm looking at it and it seems that there's that some work has been done on that one. If again, looking at it, there's some flux, and if I am comparing to the chip 64, it's really not the same. So usually I am using a new chip for the last one, number 65, because I want the board to have a good ending, to have a good end signal and a good return signal. But right now, I will maybe try to use another one and remeasure the resistance of my LDOs. You know what? Maybe 15 minutes and let's call it a night. There you go. That one seems clean. No need to clean with isopropyl alcohol, I think. No, I'm sure. No need to clean. It's good. Chip. I want to take at least one that is not too delaminated. Yeah, that one seems fine. Because putting a good chip, great, but putting a chip that is working but no surface value, no diode value, if it's not really the best. Because if you got other problems, how can you diagnose? There you go. Great. Next. Oh, boy. So what am I doing with that one? Oh yeah, true. That one had first one had a value of like 0.5. Let's try again. Oh, so the chip was the fault. Nice, good values. Great, great, great. Great. Okay, number two. Number three. That one is bad. That one. Again, might be the chip, might be the resistance or capacitance around. And not to forget that this one, no, it's not this one, it's the other one. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's change that one too. So when you know that you will work on a domain that is very problematic, you can just take out all the heat sinks. Well, you know, most of the time you can take out one, two, maybe three, five at max. That one I took out it's more heatsink because that board is just completely, yeah. If you follow from the start, it's not an easy job. Mm, okay, fifth chip. Good. Oh, no, not that one. That one. Okay, I think it's gonna be the last one for today. Let's hope that was the problem too. Right. Let's scrape a little bit. That one. Delaminated, but not too much. Just enough so I'm confident that I could have some reading on it after it's on. Uh, yeah, maybe that one I will clean a little bit with 99% isopropyl alcohol. I don't know where to. I'm always touching the microscope. I don't know where to put it, so it will not be in my way. There you go. Nice and clean. So again, I will take a look at the readings, the diode test. If like the first, like the one that I checked before, these are good values. So around, it's most of the time between like you can read 1220 or maybe 1189. Seems good. But if it's like 13 or 0.5 as you saw earlier, that's a hard one. But that doesn't mean that the chip is good. It just it's meaning most of the time that the chip is the connection is good. But after that, if you plug on the arc tester, you can have a better view of what's happening. Okay, that one's going to the cooling. So that one, oh yeah, that one I changed. The last one. Going here, okay. So you see still 13, 13, 13. Well, doesn't get any better than this. Let's take a look on the other side. Oh, not diode, resistance. Ooh, but now my domain, so the total resistance of my 0.8 LDO is fine. So that would indicate that it was indeed the last chip. Now, continuity. Oh, oh, good, 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 excellent. I think we might be ready to connect it. Yes. Last check. Yes. Yes. That's getting better and better, actually. High but doable. High but doable. And last one, I just check it, but you know, nice. Ready to connect. No chip missing. Booster seems all completely installed. All right. So here, let's plug it. Whoop. Oh boy. Woo. Let's wait a little bit. I will prepare my voltage. So I'm going with the amp always at maximum. Let's go at, most of the time, all 17 hashboard, I'm testing them at 21 volt, but I just want to see if it's working. So I'm going to go at 19. Negative probe, closest possible to the I/O port. Positive probe after that, and then you can plug your tester. I can go to voltage. mode. S17 plus 19.6. So that's what he's telling me. I will go to 19.6. There you go, 1962. All right. And just in case, because many times when you got a problem, and that one I've seen that the booster has been played with, we'll just, zoom out on it just in case it's making a little flash. I don't expect it to, because so far the value seems great, but maybe there's something else. Okay, ready. So you see nothing has exploded yet. Nice. Voltage is going down automatically to 14, 15 volt, and my current is way too high, like 10 amp. So now I will try to see, even there, I don't think I can really diagnose. But good thing, my booster is working. Whoop, not anymore. Because there's not enough current anymore for it to work well. Okay. I'm looking at the LDO. You see that one? Oh, that one is completely off. That one, the third one, completely zero instead of 0.8, and the other one is 0.3. Ow! It's getting too hot. 0.3. So I got two domain that has a problem. Now the first is too hot now. Okay. So small victory, but there's definitely another short on the hashboard, if not many. Yeah. So what I could do then, I will go back to continuity and take a look. So I know that that board has already one whoop, here. That capacitance from earlier is completely burned, so I will need to make a jump with a jumper wire, like that kind of wire, very small. So I will scratch a little bit around and make the connection, but it's gonna be for another time. Well, I hope you enjoyed. For my part, I don't know if I will continue them for tonight. I think I will go work on more rewarding hashboards. But hey, I hope you learned, and I hope you had a little fun. And let's see each other another time, and stay safe. All right.